Awesome. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. So it got started, and honestly, when we figured out how to build this business, we went to a training in Dallas, and it was called Power Trip. And when Casey and I got back from that, we go, "Oh, this is how you build your business." And we went to work, and that's when we promoted up. And so I wanted to share that with you guys, and hopefully you'll get some nuggets out of it. And I promise you, this power hour will not be an hour because I can't. I don't have that much stuff to say. Um, so for me, I like to keep it simple. I don't overcomplicate anything. Um, and so that's how it's going to be tonight. So if you're new, and for these power hours, we like it to be for the new. Casey raised his hand again. Yes, sir.
No, sir, that was left over from last time. I'm trying to figure
Okay.
out how to put it down. Sorry.
You're like that kid in the back that always raises their hand. All right, I close it out. Um, so like I said, I like to keep it simple. And tonight, I just want to show you how I build a business. So I've had success with two other businesses, really good success. And I just wanted to share with you what I do. So the first thing, and we I'm sorry, I went back. What we got these power hours for is for the new people to come in, right? And this is just like this is gonna be like network marketing 101. Some of you guys are professionals, network marketers. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. Maybe you need to hear something a little bit different, a different way. Um, and we want this to grow. So right now we have 12 people on here, and I have almost 400 people in my organization. So either everybody else are professionals and they don't need to know this, which is fine, or they're not hungry enough to get on tonight, right? That's the way I look at it. So to start your business, and what we're going to do is we're going to try to get our team on here, right? Get your team on here and build this every week. You're going to hear from other professional speakers like Casey, and you guys have already done that. And we're going to go from there and try to build this big. So the way I build it, the only way, the first step when you start this business, and if you don't have this, you have to have one, is the reason why, right? The reason why. I'm going to share you my why with you guys, right? My why, and your why can always change. Okay. And my end goal obviously is to build generational wealth for my kids. I have 5 kids, but I also, all my kids are still in school from 3rd grade to 10th grade. I want to retire from the fire department, and so I can attend all their sports and be with them and watch them grow up. That's what I want to do. Okay. So in 10th grade, I only have a couple of years left. So being in the fire department, I go to work every 3rd day. So I miss a lot of their sports. They all play football, they play basketball, they play baseball. I miss a lot of things with my kids. So one of my reasons for doing Think Energy is because I want to retire. So my goal is to retire before school starts next year. That's in September. Okay. In order for me to do that, I have to be a senior director or partner. That's the only way financially that I can retire. So that's my why. Okay. And then obviously add on to that for generational wealth and take care of my family, take care of my great, great, great grandkids that I don't have yet. That's what I want to do. Now, if you guys don't have a reason that drives you to do this business, you have to. It's not gonna it's you're it's not gonna work. Now, some people might do this for a hobby, and that's fine too. But if you're doing it for a reason, if you have a reason why you're doing this, that is going to push you and drive you to finish, right? To go to the finish line. So have a reason, have a why. And if you don't look at it every day, you need to, or if you don't think about it every day, I think about it every day, every single day, multiple 10, 20 times, 30 times a day. I think about my why. Okay. If you don't do that, I would recommend write it down, put it somewhere, put it on the mirror of your bathroom, whatever, to have that reason. Okay. So that's step one. Step two, you have to write down everybody you know. At age of 18, you should know over 2,000 people. Okay. I'm not going to do this drill, but we can have a call. We can easily write out 100 people, 200 people in about 5 minutes. Everybody can. So if you have not done that, there's all kinds of memory joggers that we can send out if you need memory joggers. But literally every single person you know, you need to write down on a list. Okay. You can, and that list is always changing. So a good way, some people like to do it on their phone, on a spreadsheet. Old school way would be on a notebook pad, right? On a regular notebook, and write names. You can always scratch them out. The only reason you scratch them out is when they tell you no, right? When they say, you know what, I am not interested in this business, that's when you scratch them out. But until then, you don't, and you just put a line through them so you can still see their name, right? You don't color it all black. You just scratch a line so you can still see their name just in case they come back later. Because a lot of people, when you share this with them, they might say no. The ones that do say no, put a line through them, say no, put a date on there. You might come back in 6 months later, might come back in a year later, but they're going to see you. They're going to see you on Facebook. They're going to see your success. They're going to see your new vehicle. And they're like, man, you still doing that electricity thing? Absolutely. It might change. It might change your mind. Okay. So when someone does say no, it's not always a no. So if you wonder why, and I always wonder this in 15 years in the industry, going to these big conferences, and I always sat in this, I always was in the stands. I was always in the seats, right? And I watched all these people across stage. Not that I wanted to be on stage, but they were on stage because they were top of the food chain. They were top promoted. I always wanted to know the secret. Man, what are they doing different than me? Like I always wondered that. Like, what's the secret of network marketing? And honestly, I think I just figured it out like within the last 6 months. The reason why someone like Miles Stallard has 48 personal EAs that he enrolled is because he outworked all of us. That's it. His why and his drive is more than ours. That is the only reason. It's not his skill level. Now he has skills, but to be honest, whenever he approached Casey for another business, Casey hung up on him twice. So his skill level isn't as good as it could be, but it's not as good as anybody else's on here. It doesn't take any skill to share the information. So he just outworks us. He talks to more people than we do. So if his why and his drive is greater than ours, that's all it is. Now, once you write your list, once you have your why, once you have your drive, and you start talking to people, what do you say? Do you guys, we Casey's have gone through all of this, but I'm doing network marketing 101. Okay. You simply share the information with your prospect. Now, you get to pick how you share that information with them. Okay. You can text them, you can call them. I think call them is the best, but I am not a talker. I hate talking on the phone. So I do a lot of texting, but the top people will probably tell you that you should probably call them. But what about the person that you haven't talked to in 2 years? It's weird to call them up, right? And say, hey, Joe, I haven't talked to you in 2 years, but I got this new electricity thing. That's a little awkward. But you can send them a text. That's awkward to me. It might not be awkward to you. You can send them a text. The way I would do that, if I haven't talked to somebody in 2 years, I'm friends with them on Facebook or something. I see them and I'm going to reach out to them. Hey, Joe, hope everything's going well. I'm reaching out and get to the point immediately. I'm reaching out to let you know that we're launching a new opportunity, a new business, however you want to word it. And I would love to share some information with you if you're interested. Would that be okay? However, you can get them to say yes, but you need to put in your own words. Get them to say yes and share the information with them. Now, sharing information with people. The more people that actually see the information is the more successful you'll be. Now, If you send them the video to watch, are they going to watch it? Who knows, right? And when they do watch it, are they actually paying attention? Are they watching it while they're driving? Are they watching it while they're sitting on the couch watching TV and they're not really paying attention? They really don't know. Some people, and we don't know either. We don't know what they're doing with that video. So that's a way to share it, but we really don't know. When they say no to if they said no to the opportunity, do we really know that they're saying no? Do they know what they're saying no to? Does that make sense? Hang on, I'm looking at chat. So another way to do it, like my favorite way to share information with people is a one-on-one presentation or get them to a weekly presentation. But a one-on-one presentation is my go-to. That is my favorite way because here's why. I know that that person sees the information, right? So they're either going to like it or they don't. And then I'll move on. But if I do a one-on-one presentation with that person, I know in my heart that they saw all the information, they saw everything I wanted to show them and tell them, and then they can make a decision. That is the difference for a one-on-one presentation compared to sending a video. But now we're doing this nationwide. So one-on-one presentations obviously are not always going to work. So video is the way we do it. Or we can do a Zoom and we can see if our prospects get on. So that's how we get the information in front of people. So for promoting, anybody got any questions so far? I'm kind of all over the place, and I didn't have anything. I didn't really have anything set to talk about. I'm going to share my screen real quick. Everybody see that? Can you give me a thumbs up, Melissa? All right. So talking about my goal and my why. My why is I need to be a senior director financially, and I'm just being completely transparent with you guys. I need to be a senior director or partner for me to retire this year. That's the only way I can do it. And I don't know the numbers for sure. I don't know exact numbers, but I'm estimating between a senior director and partner can make anywhere between 10 and 40, $50,000 a month. Okay. That's what I need. That's anywhere in that rank. Now, to become a senior director, I need 12 personal customers. All right. I got that covered. And I need a team of 5,000 customers. I can't by myself go out and get 5,000 customers. Okay. I don't care how good of a customer gatherer you are, that is going to take a long time to do. If you can even do it in a lifetime. That's why you build a team of people. Okay. You go share it, share the information, share the information, share the information, and then share the information again to everybody you know. Everybody duplicates that. And to be completely honest, you can have a team of 1,000 energy advisors. The average customers that your 1,000 energy advisors have is around 4 or 5 customers. That's it. If you guys didn't know. So not everybody is going to go out and get 20 customers for free energy. That's just the way it is. Some people are going to get 0 customers. I have somebody on my team that has 35 personal customers. Okay. So it falls somewhere in the middle. But to get to 5,000, I know from my goal, if the average is around 5 customers per EA, I'm going to need a lot of EAs. So me personally, I am going to show this to everybody I know and keep showing it keep showing it and keep showing it until I get tired of making money, until I decide to retire from Think Energy. That's the mindset that we all have to have if you're in it to win it. Now, some people treat this as a hobby. They do it on the side. They do it just, however they will do it. Now, I do it part-time as well. Okay. But I know what it's going to take to get to that spot, to where I need to be and where I want to be. Okay. To change my life, to change my kid's life. I know what it takes. And it's simple. The trick, the golden goose, the golden nugget. Why people on stage that we're not is because they outworked us. They simply outworked us, and that's it. Simple. That is the secret of network marketing. Don't get outworked. And if you guys are in it to win it, you have your why written down, and you know what your why is, and your why drives you. Go share this with everybody you know. Now, let me go back to how big is this opportunity? When I joined my first electric company, it was 3 years old, and we cleaned house. We did very, very well. We did good. Changed my life. This company pays out 6 times more. And just to let you know, Think Energy pays out more money. There's actually only 2 other network marketing companies in the electricity business that we're talking about. I don't know. Honestly, I don't even know if there's more than 2. We smoke them in the compensation plan, and we smoke them in rates. That's the main thing, right? Number one, can we beat them in rates? Every one of them. We provide a better product for our customers. So if a customer is choosing between us, and I'll tell you the other 2 companies, it's Ambit and ACN. If we have a cheaper product than them, they're going to go with us. And if we have a better compensation plan than them, why not? Right? So the opportunity for us is now. And we have a year, 2 years to build this more than you've ever done anything in your life. If you want it, I'm going all in, and I'm gonna blitz it. We vaguely talked about blitzing a couple weeks ago. A blitz, Casey talked about it, is like when an airplane takes off on a runway, it gives it all the gas, and then once it gets up to the top, once it gets in flight, it can go off. It can't go full throttle the whole trip, right? But it has to do full throttle to take off. And then once it gets up to the altitude it needs, it can cruise off the throttle and cruise for a little bit. Now, we don't have anything like scheduled or whatever. I recommend you do your own blitz with yourself if you can do that. Tell yourself, I'm going to blitz, get 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, whatever your blitz is, and write a goal at the end of it. I'm going to blitz. I'm going to do everything I can for 30, whatever your blitz number is, for 30 days. I'm going to do everything I can. When I'm tired, I'm going to do it anyway. I'm just going to go do it for 30 days, for 60 days, for 90 days, whatever you pick. I don't recommend going over 90 days because you're going to get tired. You're going to get burned out, and you're going to need a break. I love blitzes. I'm on a blitz right now. I started January 1st. I blitzed when we first started, kind of cruised a little bit during December, and I started blitzing January 1st. I talked to people all the way home from work today. Text and call. And I actually called, and I hate talking, but I did it. So now we're going to have a blitz later. We're going to have an official blitz, but just do it. Don't wait for the official blitz. No need to wait. You blitz for yourself if you want to, and say, I'm going to do everything I can in the next 90 days to build this as much as I can. Set your goal. I want to be whatever rank you want to be in 90 days. People on the call last night on the State of the Union, there was a guy that promoted to director in like a month. That's 500 customers in a month. He didn't get 500 customers himself. He built a team of people that went out and got 500 customers. And he promoted, he made it to the trip in Hawaii. And I want to talk about that as well. If I can find that picture.
I have one question.
Yes, sir.
I asked it last night, but it was at the end. I waited till everything ended and I asked the question, but they didn't get to it. So
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you because you probably understand and know. They said something. I thought I heard something about me going through some of the information that if a person switches over and they have an early termination fee with the other company or whatever, that we offer some service of paying some of that up to 200 or 250. Is that true, or what is the amount?
Yes, sir. It's $200.
200. Okay, so if I switch somebody over from a different company, they're with Austin Energy, and I'm able to switch them over, and they gotta pay some early termination fee, I could go up to $200.
Yes, sir. $200, and you have to pick the correct product that we have, which is it's called the ETF, which is called the early termination early
Oh, that's what
termination.
that is. I seen that. Like, I've been checking different zip codes, and it has certain plans, and one of them says a ETF, whatever, whatever. That's the plan that they have to select. It has to be that in that area or something, or have that plan.
They have to have that plan for us to pay the $200 back.
Okay. Okay. And does that get paid over time, or they gotta submit their last bill or something like that?
So they pay the early termination fee with their current company. So say they have Reliant that and they cancel. Reliant's going to send them a bill for their last bill and their termination their contract of whatever their termination fee is, right?
Right.
And then once then they get enrolled with Think Energy, they pay that out within the next 2 months, $200.
Okay. To
But
their bill.
the customer has to show the customer will have to show proof that they paid that early termination fee.
So they have to have the final bill and the payment receipt of that final bill, and then we pay within
Yes.
2 months, because it's going to take at least that time for them to get that information or whatever.
Yes, sir. Because
So,
if we
okay,
didn't have yes, sir. Because if we didn't have proof of it, then everybody can say they have a termination fee, and then we're sending out
right.
$200 to
And then
everybody.
we paying them. Yeah, that makes sense.
So we have to show proof.
Okay. All right, that's all I wanted to know. And then so I've seen that the $100 gift card is permanent. If we got the ETF plan there or whatever, they're able to do that, and they show this proof or whatever. But ultimately, it doesn't cost anything to switch over, and we got workarounds for the other stuff. All
Yes,
right,
sir.
thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, let me find. Can y'all see that picture there? Nope, no picture.
Just the original one you set up with the screen.
All right.
Yeah, we're not seeing it right now.
All right. Let's see.
It's just still the compensation thing.
How's that?
Yeah, that's it.
See the new picture? Okay.
Yes.
You guys understand this? This ought to fire you up. Fires me up. So this is the new trip, the company trip, that new what do you call it? Promotion that we have for this year that started January 1st, and it goes to, I believe, June 30th. So this is a good goal, right? If you want another goal or another reason, like for me, I want to go on this trip. So I'm gonna print this out. I'm gonna have this out. I'm gonna probably tape it on my wall somewhere so I can see it, have it on my phone. So I'm always thinking about it, right? That's exactly how the guy, the testimony from last night, he was talking about he really wanted to go to Hawaii. So he had to promote the director. So he did it. So if we really, really want to go on this trip, we're going to have to look at this every day, right? So here's the numbers. You're gonna get points for electricity customers, band 1 through 7, the biggest of band. Obviously, residential is just 1 through 3, and then commercial is bands 4 through 7. You can get those points every time one of your new EAs. So that EA has to be enrolled from starting January 1st. So all your new EAs, when they enroll a customer, you get 3 points. And then when that EA, which would be the second mentor bonus, when they enroll a customer, you get 5 points. And any new advisor who acquires a minimum of 3 personal customers. So I mean, you're getting a lot of points just building your business. And then enroll the best one, the top dog is enroll a new EA who attains the rank of regional energy advisor. That's the first rank. So they have 20 customers. You get 50 customers. So to break it down, to think about that, let me stop sharing. To think about that, if you just go out, get as many, and we're not doing anything different, right? Think about the trip, think about your why, go out, share this information, and then help that's where we come into play, right? You get new EAs, your upline leaders are going to help them, they're going to promote, and they get to regional energy advisor. That's going to give you those 50 points. So think about that. Put that as your why as well. You have until June. We have 6 months. With June 30th, 6.5 months to get to that trip. And I highly recommend to put that as your reason why to do this business. Because the trip, that's going to be a fun trip, all paid for. And they haven't announced where the location is, but it's going to be fun, I promise. So I was all over the place. Does anybody have any questions? What I said for Power Hour that was done in 34 minutes.
I mean, I thought it was awesome. It wasn't all over the place. It was real direct and just to the point. It's like, yo, it's some Jordan stuff. It's Kobe. It's the Mamba mentality. It's like, are we going? We don't hang no conference banners. We only hang championship banners, and that's what we going for. We going for the top, not the bottom.
Well, I appreciate that. Does anybody else want to talk about something different? Have any questions on, hey, how do you do this? How do you get customers? I know Casey always talks about customers. Any more quotes or how to even get a business partner? How do you approach them? Anything like that? Open it up and I'll tell you what I do. Casey, you still driving? You want to add anything?
I am driving, and brother, that was not all over the place. As my esteemed colleague just mentioned, that was awesome. You were spot on. You nailed it. Love it. Love hearing your take on it. And it's perfect, man. You simplify, you throw it out there, and then just go get to work. And that was so good. I loved it. Very good stuff.
Okay, excellent. Well, we'll shut it down. 8:35 Power Hour and a half Power Hour
Hey,
tonight.
I had one final question. If y'all can answer this,
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm curious of how does it work? Because you know what I'm saying. I want to create an actual business entity. The same way that the leaders have done with the whole Think Big Partners LLC thing. How do I set up the LLC thing so I can go and get more money to the things that I'm trying to do, my campaigns and everything, and for me to be able to go to all the trips and all this other stuff as far as the events in different states. We got 13, 14 states to conquer, but we in the biggest. I'm in Texas, so I got my brothers in Rhode Island. You know what I'm saying? One of my best friends is in Ohio. I got people in the main states, so I'm finna try to go super hard on it. But I want to know what I can really do because I'm not trying to get in trouble. I want to follow all the rules, but I was working for Spectrum and, I'm not working for Spectrum at this time. So I got time to do this full time at the time. And, I'm finna go super hard, but I want to make sure that I do it the way that it's supposed to be done. I just want to follow the rules. I was with Stream Energy back in the day when it first started, and they came out before Ambit, and Ambit came out and basically crushed them. So you know what I'm saying? If you was part of that movement, then you got extra experience and know. And that was before all of the solar. That was before all of that. It wasn't no solar, and it wasn't, 85% is deregulated. Back then, it was probably like 10% or 5% or something. It was low. And y'all killed the game with a small market share. Now it's way bigger. So like this can be bigger than with anything that, like you said, 6 times more than what they was paying then. Like this is crazy.
Yes. Yes. So what is your question on how to expand
How
your
to set
business?
up the business entity so I'm not in competition with it, because I know Think Energy is the parent company. Think Energy Plus is the marketing arm company for Texas or whatever, the people that's being agents. But I want to create my own LLC to then be a marketing company of Think Energy so that I can, do my taxes right and present myself instead of being just like an employee type where I'm
Sure.
like basically run my own stuff and be able to go and get loans and stuff to set up maybe an office and stuff like that. Like I want to
Sure.
do this big.
So your
We
two
did.
options are being your only option is to be an independent energy advisor of Think Energy. And
Right.
the way you can do that is do it sole proprietorship yourself, or if you do start it your own, if you have your own LLC, you can put your business in an LLC.
Right.
So that's your only two options. So
Okay, that's so it would be that
You
way.
don't
I
have
would
to.
basically put my business under the LLC, but I'm still a sole proprietor of Think Energy.
what'd you say, Casey?
I was going to say you don't have to. You can if you want to, but you do not have to. There is no need to do the LLC. You can still get business loans as a sole proprietor. You can do a whole bunch of things like that. You don't have to go through the extra cost of setting up an LLC
Oh, okay.
because
So I
you
see
have to
what
go
you
through the
saying,
Secretary of
Casey.
State. You got to do a lot of stuff. You don't have to do
I see
any
what
of
you're
that.
saying,
You are
Casey.
absolutely, if you're already in the business, you're good, sir.
Well, you saying so basically they have already done all of that for me, so I don't have to do it.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
right.
you do
That's right.
not need an LLC.
You can. Right,
Okay.
and you can operate in all states. You can get business energy advisors in all 50 states. There's no restriction from that, and you can get customers in any of the territories that we're currently in. And as we expand
Okay.
across the U.S. with
It's
community
gonna
solar
open up
and
all the
with
states.
retail energy, you don't have to do anything else. You have full access and full territory with your $139 enrollment.
Okay. Okay. Now, what was the thing that guy was talking about? That we could use here in Texas that they just opened in Illinois and PA. It was called like he kept saying Python or Patreon, whatever.
Proton. So
Proton. What is that?
that's a new app coming out. We're rolling it out pretty soon. I'm one of the testers of it right now. It's awesome. I enjoy it. I like it. So I'm a fan, and it's not getting rolled out until well, I don't even know when it's being rolled out. They're going to test in some
He
of the
said it's
markets.
already live here in Texas, but it was coming out to Illinois and Pennsylvania like next month or something, or at the end of the month or something.
Yeah, that's the app. So I don't know when it's going to roll out officially for Texas.
It's
But
not the Think Plus. Is it the Think Plus app or it's a whole different app?
different app.
Okay. All right. That was my question. Was it the same as the Think Plus thing, or it's a whole different one that's coming out?
Different
All
one
right.
coming up.
Okay. That's all my questions. Y'all answered everything. Hey man, I'm excited. Thank you. I'm excited that we have like actual competent, super experienced leaders that are awesome, and y'all all seen God. Like y'all are God-fearing people. So I'm excited. Like this is good.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad to have you, buddy. All right, guys. Anybody else have something?
Yeah, I got something.
All right.
Are we gonna do like a weekly meeting like this, but just showing the business. So in case we can't make it to an actual business, we can bring our prospects online and they can listen, we get their answers, get their question answers through the meeting.
Yes, sir. Every Monday night we have a business presentation. Are you guys on? I guess since you're on here, you're probably on the Messenger. Every Monday night we host a business presentation. Every Tuesday night is our Power Hour. That's tonight, and normally Casey's doing it, but we're gonna we're gonna rotate through. We're gonna have Miles do it sometimes, and even Rocky and some other of our leaders. But to answer your question, Monday is our Team Mesa business presentation. But we also have, if you're on the, you need to get the Telegram. If you get on the Telegram page, Think Energy Telegram page, Tony Procopio he has presentations throughout the week, and he even has them during the day a lot of times. During the day, during the evenings, and even trainings on the weekend. So they have it all squared away. This is just our additive to our team, which would be Mondays and Tuesdays. And I think Miles might even have one on Thursdays, but Mondays and Tuesdays for sure that I know of. And then get plugged into the Telegram page. And if you don't have it, I'll post it on our messenger group. And it's a Telegram app. And then Tony Procopio, he runs that. And he has trainings and presentations all the time. And he posts them weekly.
I also just posted, I went on to Telegram, I took a copy of it, and I just posted it in the chat for this week. So you get an idea of the cadence that they do. And that's what you can look for on Telegram. So make sure you all get plugged into that. And that information is in your back office on the main landing page. If you look on there, you'll see some information about getting on Telegram for getting announcements.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, I'm gonna close it out, but one last thing I just thought of. For me, I have a notes app on my phone where you can write notes. So I have a notebook for Think Energy. So there's several links that you need to know. Like just so you can have on, especially if you want to share it with your leaders, your team. So you need to have that Telegram app on there, just so you can share it with other people, right? Share it when you
send that to me? I don't have that. The Telegram thing. That's the only thing I don't have.
I'll put it all on the messenger group.
Okay.
You're gonna need a Telegram app, and I'll give you that link to log in. You're gonna need the Team Mesa link tree. The Team Mesa is for EAs, for energy advisors, and that has all sorts of links that you need to build your business, right? It has all the information that you have. And then we have a link tree for prospects. Okay. That's what you send to prospects. Anybody interested in becoming an energy advisor, you would send them that certain link. Okay. Then you need to know what your link is just to go to the back office if you don't know what it is. Excuse me. And then the main one is you need to know your link to enroll a customer. Okay, they're a little bit different. And then there's a link if you want to enroll a customer for your free energy. Okay, so there's a bunch of links that you need to know. And the way I have it all set on my phone where I have every single week.
The free energy one, is that the free energy club link is different than the other ones?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And the only way you can get that link is if you're a customer. So if you don't live in an area that you can become a Think Energy customer, then you won't have that link, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. So basically, I switch over because I'm in the area where I can switch. So once
Where do you live at?
I'm in Austin, Texas. So
who's your current provider?
Austin Energy.
All right, buddy. You can't switch, unfortunately.
Yeah, I put my zip code in and it pulled it up.
Yeah, the way that works is if one household is in that zip code, then that's why it works, because one household somewhere in that zip code that's right on the border of Austin Energy can switch. So unfortunately, if you have Austin Energy right now, you're unable, you can't switch. But I got good news for you. The top money earners in the last company we're in, he's made $70 million in the last 15 years. He lives in Austin, and he can't be a customer. But you can't. Unfortunately, you cannot be a customer in Austin Energy. Wow. But everybody north of you in Austin, so Pflugerville, Round Rock, Georgetown, everywhere, all the way up 35, all the way to Dallas, can be customers. Just the city of Austin cannot.
I'm in Round Rock.
Sir?
And just
I
so
mean,
y'all know, that hurts Dave's feelings because he is a fire captain in the fire department for Austin Fire Department.
Yes. I'm looking forward to the day if that ever deregulates.
Yes, sir. Yeah. I'm in Round Rock right now, and I've had Just Energy, and I changed last year, but I'm ready to switch
Yep.
now.
Yes, sir. Where do you live at, Buck?
In Round Rock.
Okay, yeah, you're perfect. You're in a good spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in Williamson County, if just you guys, the west side of Williamson County is where the like half of Georgetown can switch, and then it stops in Leander. But everything on the east side of Williamson County and all on 35 all the way up to Dallas can be customers. So you have a big area, and everything east of that to Taylor all the way to Lufkin, all that can switch.
That's good news.
So, all right, it ran to 48 minutes. So I was 12 minutes short of a power hour. So, anybody else? Any questions? All right, I appreciate you guys listening to me tonight. And sorry it wasn't professional, but this is the best it gets for me. So hope you guys have a good night. I'm gonna mute you guys. Let's see here. I don't even know how to do that. Unmute yourself, I guess, if you want to. But thank you
All right,
guys.
man. Hey, thank you for what you do too with your real job. I appreciate you. Thank you for what you do, and y'all are awesome. And I thank God it's a blessing to be around positive people. And man, we finna kill the game in 2024. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. I
Love it.
appreciate that.
Congratulations,
everybody.
David Daniel, on your promotion as well. Keith
Hey,
Ford
thank
from
you. Thank you,
Austin,
Mr.
Texas.
Keith. I appreciate
You're
that.
welcome.
Thank
Good
you.
job tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
Job, thanks.
Thanks a lot.
All right. See you guys.